Okay, what I'm gonna show you guys is how to hold this rod, right? In the conventional way of teaching casting, what they want you to do is hold the rod with the thumb of the with the thumb on top of the rod like this, straight like this, which is okay. The reason behind that is, well, what happened is that they want you to stop the rod at certain time over here with the thumb of the rod, and they want you to push the thumb forward on the forward cast. So they use this thumb here. My problem with that is that it's not going to help you. You create a little bit of problem, especially if you are new into the sport of fly fishing. Now, if you watch this, if you do this, when they build this rod, they line up the guides straight over here, and that's where you look for the spine of the rod. That's where it bends. So what happened here is that if I pick up this rod with the thumb on top, what's this? I pick up naturally, so it turns. It turns like this. It turns like this. And what happens if you're not careful, once you pick up this rod, you end up with the line throwing to your left side over here. And as you go forward, you end up maybe hitting the back or hitting the back of the head on there. Because this thing is turning. What's this again? Okay, I'm gonna remove the top here. What's this? Like this. What's this? If I slowly hold the rod, what's this? See, it's turning like this. All right, it's turning. See that? It's not straight anymore. So when I go forward, you go like this again. You try to straighten out, it goes like this. So what happens is that the rod will go like this in an arc, on the side arc like this. So it's not going to help you in your accuracy. My suggestion is, instead of holding the rod like this, hold your hand just natural, like shaking people's hand like this, not like this. Because if you look at it, if you drop your hands like this, you don't put your thumb on top of you, or on the front of you. It's almost to the side like this. So it's all natural like this. So when I hold this rod, and I put with my thumb like this, what's this? See, it doesn't turn anymore. So I'm always accurate where I cast. See this? It's always straight here, like this. Like this, because the problem with this, if you put your thumb on top, this again is turned because of this wrist over here. It's natural for this wrist to turn, all right? So it's very important to train yourself to hold like this, so that when you pick up this rod, or you go forward, the rod doesn't, it's always straight forward like this. Now, here's another thing that a lot of people, conventional way of teaching is that, which is very, very common, is that do not open your wrist. That's a no-no. Do not open your wrist. And my thing on that one is that, wait a minute, all my years and years of teaching, I said, and if you look at it, I said, everything that we do is that we have to use our wrist, all right? Everything that we do, we have to use wrist. Now, think of yourself as throwing the ball, all right? If you throw the ball like this, you can get away with it, throwing the ball like this, without using your wrist. But if you use your wrist, it's more efficient, right? If you watch the basketball, especially with Steve Curry and Thompson and Durant, you look at the wrist and they go in the three-pointers, you can see the wrist, pronounced movement of the wrist moving like this, all right? And you look at this, the thumb is not on the top, it's always on the side here. So I encourage my people, or my student, when they cast, in fact, I don't even use the word stop anymore like I used to, all right? Again, I changed my concept, a little bit my concept in 1995 because of this problem. Now, what's this? I don't use the word stop anymore. But what I do is that I flick the tip. I put more emphasis on the tip. So I flick the tip up. As I go like this, I drag the line, and then I flick it. As soon as I get the load in the tip. Oh, here again, I forgot to mention that I don't say the word load the rod anymore like I used to. Loading the rod, I'm more specific. I said load the tip, because if I pick up this line in the water, whatever I do with that line, the first part of that rod that experiences the load is the tip. As I go forward, the first part of that rod that experiences the load is the tip again. So when I pick up the rod and flick the tip with my wrist like this. The line will be up high up there in the back cast. As the line go back, I open up my wrist like this, slowly. So my wrist is go like this. The line is still going out there. So as I feel that load on the tip again, I'm gonna drag that line forward with the tip again. Whoop! At the very end over here, I feel the load. Then what's this? I'm gonna flick it forward, flick it back, flick it forward. Don't flick it too early like this, because you end up with a wide loop out there or maybe a tailing loop. What's this again? Pick up, you drag the line and flick. As the line go out there, you can open up the wrist, move it forward, just like throwing that ball. From there, you throw the ball from here and do this. Do this. The only hard part about that is we never conceived that we have a 9-foot hand out there, all right? Anyway, so from here, you pick up the rod, boom, flick, and move forward and flick. Move it back and flick. Move it forward and flick, like this. So you don't have to use your arm too much out there, all right? What happens is that flick will generate speed. Maybe it will double or triple up the speed of that line. A lot of people will cast it. Got a beautiful loop out there, but the line is very slow. What happens if you want a good distance? What happens if there's so windy out there? You're a bit disadvantaged out there, all right? So again, the flick of the rod will speed up that line, all right? And that's where I get distance. With this rod I have here is 9-foot homemade fly rod, 5-weight. With that flick, I can unite that speed. I can cast maybe about 85 feet of line with this. Just to cast like this. So what happened, go back to the conventional way of teaching casting. You use your arm and you do this, all right? You do this. Do not open your wrist. Let's see this. You not open your wrist. You put tension in your wrist over here. That's why you get sore over here. Mine is more relaxing. I can hold this rod with the 2 finger and relax. Just like this. All right? Anytime you put tension on this, you're gonna get sore over here. Anytime you do this, you're gonna sore your arm way to use rotator cuff over here. I know 3 guys who have a surgery because they screwed up their rotator cuff the way they cast. All right. So that's the only thing that I can tell you about casting. Pay attention to the tip, the flick of the tip, the rod. You have to do it right because if you are not careful about the flipping of the rod, if you flick it too early, what's going to happen? You might end up with a tailing loop, you might end up with a wide loop out there. And if somebody come to me and said, hey, Tony, I want to learn how to cast, the first consideration I'm going to have to tell them is, besides standing and holding the rod, is that how to control the loop. All right, how to control the loop. What do you mean control the loop? Loop, the size of the loop. The loop is the one that the shape of the line that goes up in the air out there when you do a false cast. All right, controlling the loop is how you can make it narrow loop, wide loop, and how high you can put up the loop out there. You can throw it high, you can throw it low, you can throw it very low. All right, and we're gonna cover that when I do my casting demonstration.